Well, welcome to the next episode of the Inside Saginaw podcast. I'm Pedro, the Director of Economic and Community Engagement, and today we have two special guests with us. We have Trey Harper and Whitney from Community Link. And usually a little hand clap from the audience will be lovely, but we're in a close studio. We should consider doing
fake,
this.
like a
Like the soundboard.
Yeah, actually,
yeah.
y'all want a fake applause?
Yeah,
We could give you a
of
fake
course.
applause.
Let's do it.
All right.
For sure.
We have Whitney and Trey from Community Link.
There we go.
It's actually, yeah.
It's there. Okay. I felt it.
If we had headphones, we could hear it.
Right.
But yeah, we wanted y'all to come to this episode because you guys are a nonprofit organization in Saginaw. And we kind of want you guys to talk about yourselves because y'all do not only food drives and of like community help, but y'all do something special for the city, the farmers market.
That's right.
Which we're excited about. But before that, Trey, like you're the executive director of Community Link. How did you end up in Community Link?
Well, 7 years ago, I was looking for a career change. I had been clergy I worked on a church staff for 15 years before that. And then wanted to do something in the space of nonprofit management and fundraising. And my wife is a native here, Boswell grad, and we were looking to get back to the Fort Worth area. And this opportunity arose, a development director at Community Link, so focused on fundraising and building community partnerships to expand and promote the mission of Community Link. So I moved here 7 years ago. I live in Saginaw. My daughter goes to school at Saginaw Elementary, and my wife's a professor at Charleston State University. So we're plugged into the community and
very nice.
really engaged and really enjoy the work of Community Link of providing basic needs for our families here.
It's interesting. You know the saying, all roads lead to Rome.
That's right.
Here in Saginaw, it's like all roads lead to Boswell.
Oh,
It's
that's
literally
true.
like-
If you go-
I think every time we interview somebody or we talk to somebody, they're like, "Oh, I'm a Boswell grad."
Right,
Like it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Boswell was the only high school at
Right,
the time.
for so long. Yeah.
But yeah, maybe one day we'll have some guests who are like, "Oh, I went to Eagle Mountain
Right.
High School," but to now Boswell's strong, I guess.
Right.
Whitney, how about you? How did you come work into community?
I was kind of in the wellness space. I was teaching yoga, kind of physical fitness area, and finishing a public health degree. And then our meeting up, I had to do an interview with somebody about kind of DEI and all that, and I found Community Link, and I interviewed with Trey, and everything kind of just clicked. We connected, and then I found myself at Community Link about 5 years ago almost.
Yeah.
Oh, very
It's
nice.
been a moment.
Well, that's awesome. You guys sound like you guys are doing great things for Community Link, but what does Community Link do for the community?
Yeah. So in 2005, 3 churches in our town, Eagles View First Baptist Saginaw and Saginaw United Methodist, said, what if we work together to fight hunger rather than each do our own thing? Because historically, most churches have some sort of food closet program, but they wanted to do something bigger and better. And so they started Community Link in a 1,000-square-foot house. It's on the property of Saginaw United Methodist. And it was a food pantry. Within the first year or so, Karen Fuller, the first executive director, came on board and realized the need was greater than anybody realized. We're in a fast-growing area, as we all know, and with that comes growing need. And so how do we address that? And so through community partnerships and generous individuals, in 2014, we moved into our now 10,000-square-foot building and have functioned primarily as a food pantry for Northwest Tarrant County. Most of our clients do come from 76179, which is where Saginaw lives. We are an efficient food pantry. We serve 160 families 3 days a week through a drive-through. Wednesdays, we have online shopping. And now coming this year, we have a food locker program that will serve families after hours. So they'll, much like an Amazon locker, get a code sent to their phone. They'll come by, put the code in, the locker will pop open, they'll take their food and be able to go. So we're looking at innovative ways of meeting hunger needs, and that's one of them. We also now have a hydroponic shipping container farm that is producing. We've already produced over 21,000 plants that have served Community Link and another nonprofit as well. And then we also sell them at our farmers markets, which we'll talk more about.
I have purchased some, and
Okay.
they're really good.
Yeah.
So
We also have case management, so needs beyond food. And if an individual or family needs something beyond food, you meet with our case manager. We have some direct resources, and if we don't do it directly, then you can resource with some other partners for some other benefits and things that you might need. So.
And I think you expanded from that building as well, right?
Yeah, so it moved in. We've added a couple thousand square feet since we've been there, and expanded our freezer cooler capacity because we do focus on fresh and good quality food. And so that is important to be able to do that.
That's great. I mean, you help a lot of families here and around the community.
That's right.
So that's really good.
And the city's always been a great partner. I think we were one of the first users of the building improvement grant that y'all have.
Yes.
To put in automatic sliding doors, which are used every day and frequently.
Oh, I did not know that was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was before my time.
Yeah,
But
that's right.
That's
It was
really
the first
cool.
project, and then they helped with expanding our freezer cooler and loading dock as well. So.
No, you guys are doing the work that the three original churches
Right. Yeah.
continued on. That's
Yeah.
great. And then you guys partnered up with us in a different matter. In 2020, the city decided to build a switch yard, and then the farmers market came about. And then I think that's when Whitney came into the picture.
That's right.
I missed the
Actually,
first
yeah.
one.
So
Okay.
the switch yard was being built, and I was asking around, "What's the plan?" And the idea was a farmers market, and I said, "What's the plan?" And they said a farmers market. So we went back to the office and we put together a business plan, and kind of pitched it as a partnership because we saw great benefit. And Whitney will speak more to why we wanted to get into the farmers market space, but it's been a great community asset. And we did. We opened the first one in 2020 in the middle of COVID, but it was outdoors. So it was one of the few things that we could all do together and kind of check on each other. It was kind of an important community piece at that moment, just for getting outside and connecting, actually. But you can kind of talk more about the programming pieces.
Yeah, so I came on in 2021, so missed the first season, but got here just in time, right? And it's really just
We're waiting for you.
that's
right.
really how I
Yes.
felt, right? It's really continued to grow since 2021. When I came on, I think we were averaging about 15, maybe 20 vendors per market. And now with the expansion of the space too, we're able to accommodate more vendors. So we average about 50 to 60 vendors per market. Everything is required to be handmade by the person that's selling it. We don't do any resell at all. And then, of course, the same is for all of our produce or farm items. We are a Texas Department of Agriculture certified farmers market, one of only 3 in the Fort Worth area.
I did not know that.
Yes.
That's very cool.
It's a big deal. Yeah. So it's us, the Azle Farmers Market, and our good friends at the Cowtown Farmers Market are the only ones. So that just means that we've passed, requirements to show and prove that everything at our market is raised or grown locally, direct from the producer.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So kind of talk more about why Community Link would care about farmers markets.
Yeah, so we're all about supporting, the community, and so that's what farmers markets are really, is supporting small businesses, community members. We've been able to see small businesses start brand new, right, and then have brick and mortars. We've had 2, 3 now that have had brick and mortar restaurants or brick and mortar coffee shops and grown and kind of left us, right, but we still connect with them. So it's cool to see that growing. And then our biggest piece too is we accept SNAP at our farmers market. So that is like food stamps is historical, what the name has been. And we're able to double those dollars a little bit further. Thanks to Texas Health, we can double up to $30 a day. So a client comes to us, they have $30 to spend on SNAP, we can give them an extra $60, and that extra $30 goes to produce. So it helps the farmer too, right? Growing it, they get an extra $30 in their pocket, and of course helps the client and the family member get that extra bit of produce too.
So if I'm a SNAP recipient, do I go to specific spot at the Community Link
Yes.
Farmers Market?
You come to our info booth, and we'll hook you up. We'll get you all the tokens, explain the program. I'm going to walk people through the market, show them where they are. We do have signage with some of the vendors, so that kind of guides them through where to use it, right? Where they feel comfortable kind of having the token system. And then they use it, and they're able to, they never expire throughout the season, so they can come back if they don't use all of their benefits.
That's very nice. So when does the season run?
March through December.
March to December. And then I know this because I work here, but December, is there a special market?
There is. So December, we have our big holiday market. So it's always the second Saturday in December. I think it's the 12th or 13th. It's some date in December this year, the second Saturday. And we always do a bigger kind of blowout at the end. We invite more vendors. We kind of fill up the space. So we have about 80 to 100 different vendors for that one. More crafts, kind of gifts, of course, for the holiday season.
Holidays, yeah.
Yeah, talk a little bit about the buyback program.
Yes, we love it. So our farmers buyback program, in just really everywhere around here, farming is hard, right? It's hard for the farmers. They don't make a lot of money. It's hard work. It's not guaranteed, right? Their crop, who knows what's going to happen. We know the weather around here is crazy. It'll be really cold, then really hot. So just the produce that makes it to the farmers markets, a really big deal that it's there. So we are able to buy a farmer back at the end of the market. So whatever is left over, We buy it at full price. We don't get any kind of discount on it. We buy it at those prices they would sell it for the market. And then we take it back to Community Link and give it to our clients right there.
Oh, that's really great. So let's say they bring up 50 pounds of potatoes and they only sell 40. Y'all get the 10 and then you
That's
bring
right.
it back.
That's right.
So you're still helping the community. That's really great. I did not know that.
Yes. Yeah, and it helps the farmer too. So then they're kind of
Right.
assured, that all that hard work that they did is going to be appreciated. And they love it. That's kind of one of the big things that they like to appreciate too, is know that their produce is going to a good cause, right?
Something we've also focused on is some education, because sometimes the food that we can grow here in Texas isn't necessarily a normal part of all of our diets. And so we have brought in food demonstrations to show how to
seen
use
that,
something.
yeah.
I use bok choy as an example. It's not a part of all of our diets. And so what do we do with this? Because it can grow and it's plentiful.
Right.
And so we've brought in people to help show us how to use those food
I
items.
do like some bok choy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's
We
so
have
good.
it at the farm, lots
Yeah.
of it.
I did not know that. I'm gonna have to buy some.
Got 1,000 of it coming up this week.
Speaking about the farm, can you talk a little bit about it?
So it is a hydroponic container farm. So it's in a shipping container, very small area, and we produce a lot of produce, a lot of vegetables in there. So every week, about 1,000-ish plants, sometimes a little more, depending if it's dark greens, because they get a little bit more in a tighter space. So we have 1,000 heads or about 500 heads of bok choy this week, and then we have other like Rex Butterhead will come up. And we sell those at the farmer's market too. So it is kind of a smart hydroponic farm, kind of sets it apart. We are there to really maintain it and make sure that it stays smart and does all the things that it says it is. Because we have learned that, right? The system will tell us, hey, I ran nutrients at this time, like any computer program, and then you're physically there and that's not happening. So we do have to have a lot of checks in play and balances in place to make sure that's happening. But it's pretty awesome. It works kind of like a drip irrigation system versus like a deep water trough hydroponic system. And so everything drips down. It is vertical. All the plants are on a vertical wall. And every week, just about 1,000 plants. It's a lot of work to harvest, replant, reseed, package. Wednesdays are crazy at the farm to get everything ready. But we sell it at our farmers markets too. And then the rest of it goes to our pantries.
I was going to ask that. I was like, what happens to the rest of it you don't sell?
Yeah, we take it Community Link. And then since it is in Azle, we have the Community Caring Center. And Azle's a food pantry, our friend. So we'll take it to them as well. We kind of spread the love, share it all around.
Oh, that's great. You always got to spread the love.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So is there anything coming up for Community Link?
Coming up for Community Link, getting the food locker program is our next big initiative. And so we decided in the past few years to really dig into innovative food solutions. And that's sort of how we got into the farm, because the reality is food justice programs are based off of waste and surplus. So we access our food usually based off of either of those things. And when it comes to produce, unfortunately, it's often closer to waste. The amount of produce we have to throw away, because by the time it gets to us, it's really not something that we're comfortable giving our neighbors. So that's how we got into the farming piece, is how do we get good quality product to our neighbors that need it. And so focusing on these innovative solutions has become kind of an important project of ours, and the lockers and creating different access points and dignity around those access
Yeah,
points.
I'm kind of excited for this locker. Is it refrigerated?
Yeah, they're climate controlled,
wow.
so they
Okay,
can
that's
be
what I was gonna
heated,
ask.
freezer.
So you could put a milk
cold.
jug in
yes,
there.
Yes,
Anything they can change. Each one can be different, right? So one's right next to it. One could be a hot one could be a
That's
cold
right.
one.
Well, and
wow.
the challenge was we needed after hours, but getting staff after hours is a challenge, and then volunteers after hours is a challenge. And so this seemed to be the best kind of way to solve this dilemma. And so in the next few weeks, hopefully we start doing our testing on that and having families come through and use those. But,
No, that's exciting.
fantastic.
Let us know. I want to watch it. in
yeah,
action.
yeah.
How about the farmer's market? Anything new and exciting coming up pretty soon?
We have a container garden workshop coming up at the market this Saturday, so April 25th. We will have Cook Children's come out. They're one of our partners for the farm and just in many other different ways, right? So they are really hosting this container garden. So families will be able to come out and get all the supplies they need. Most importantly, they get all the supplies to take home with them, but learn how to do container gardening at their home. So really focusing on kind of peppers right now for seasonality, how to make almost like your own salsa garden at your house.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, what's been cool about the Farmers Market Project is it's definitely a partnership between Community Link and the City of Saginaw. It's uses the hotel occupancy tax. That's a lot to say. It's a mouthful, which is a very unique tax. So it's not like the citizens' money, but it's actually people who are coming to visit Saginaw. So that's a good, unique use of it. But also, and so I'll explain to the listeners, we have this contract with the city of Saginaw to operate the farmers market. But beyond that, we've been able to leverage other partnerships that have helped us strengthen and do creative programming, like Texas Health Resources, Cook Children, to name a couple, that have allowed us to do innovative programming within this. So the initial partnership is very important, but we've also been able to grow partnerships out of it to help sustain and build and grow this program.
And I think that was the vision for the city
Right.
originally, is to have a good community-based programming, and it's been great. I mean,
Right.
Why not pick Community Link? Because you
Oh,
have the
yeah.
word community
Right.
in it, right?
Well, when I pulled up to our first market was a couple Saturdays ago, and pulling up and just looking at it was a beautiful picture of community.
Yeah.
Everybody's there, and it's very local, very. There's great success stories that have come out of it. I like to use Bree Sweet Treats as an example.
Yes,
They're kind of a fan favorite of the market.
OG.
But Bree, she moved back to Saginaw, finished culinary school in 2020. Not the best time to be finishing culinary school.
Yeah.
And was like, what am I going to do? And started baking, and then saw the opportunity of a farmer's market, and is now full-time doing farmers markets and baking, and has created a very successful business.
No, it's really great.
yeah.
I mean, I use her products all the time. when I
Sure,
bake.
sure, right.
Like her mom knows me too.
That's right, yeah.
She's
Yeah,
like, they're
now
so great.
Mama Rhonda's on our board.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
now
really?
a community
Our
league board
community
member.
league
That's
board.
awesome. Yeah,
She
she's
came
so
on
great.
board kind of as a liaison for the market
Yeah.
piece of
And
us.
she gives great perspective to me, being a
Right.
vendor
Being a
and board
vendor.
member, to everything about that. The Saginaw market, all the vendors always say Saginaw shows up, right? None of the other markets that they attend have the draw out that Saginaw does. Nothing compares, right? So
Right.
Saginaw
The
community
location's
showing
great.
out.
The park,
Yeah.
know,
The
it's-
food trucks, right,
central.
being there. People come to hang out. It's a family day,
it
family
all works
event.
together. Yeah.
Well, in my
Yes.
perspective, I was like, oh no, people show up because the parking.
Oh, yeah,
on the
right.
city side,
Yeah.
we're like, oh no, we need to, and we expanded parking, we expanded
Yes.
the farmers
That's right.
market.
It just keeps growing.
It keeps
That's
growing.
right.
So
It
now
really
we're
does.
now we're looking at expanding even more.
That's right.
It's a great problem to
It
have.
is.
But at the same time, you're looking at it as a city staff, you're like, oh no, logistics, and
Right.
then you
Yeah,
want to make sure
sure.
nobody's blocking anybody's driveway.
That's
But no,
right.
it's
Be
working
good
great.
neighbors.
It's a lot of
right.
pieces that come together every Saturday to make it happen, right? There's a,
Oh, it is a lot
lot
of
of
work.
logistics to make it all.
And we
beautiful.
appreciate y'all getting this management contract with us and
Right.
making it happen.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah.
But yeah. So usually at the end of the podcast, we like to have y'all give us any insight scoop y'all might not have talked about already. So do y'all have anything?
I think I broke our big story.
If you don't have anything, that's totally great.
I don't
We
think I have
could-
anything crazy.
I don't have anything crazy.
No.
Well, I have something crazy for y'all. If you
Okay.
want to come in December, the second Saturday in December, to the holiday market.
That's
So that's a
right.
big one. Put in your
Yes, drop
calendar now.
that.
So the kicker was I was looking at a platform to tell me how many people attend our city events. I decided to use y'all's
Right, as a
holiday
test.
market last year as a test. We had almost 3,000 people show up. A lot of people show up between 10 o'clock. So
Oh yeah, that's always the boom. at
yeah,
10.
if you want to come to the farmers
Yes.
market, here's our inside scoop. Show up before 10.
That's right.
Because that
Yes.
is the time when everybody and their moms show
especially
up.
if you want produce.
Yes.
Also, if
Or
you're
the
looking
very-
for a place to give back and serve, Community Link is a great place to volunteer.
There you
Check
go.
us out online, community-link.org.
Yeah, and we'll
for
put a
all
little
the
graphic down
information.
there.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank y'all so much for participating in our podcast. You guys have been great guests, and hopefully you guys get invited next time. We'll talk about maybe the holiday market.
All right. Thanks, Pedro.
That'd be great. Yeah. And thank you guys for watching and listening to the Inside Saginaw podcast. For more information about Saginaw, this is our Inside Scoop. Go and subscribe to our Inside Saginaw newsletter, which is a monthly newsletter with all our information. Right down here, our graph is going to be showing how to sign up. You guys have a good day. Thank you.